Move, Waylon. Psh, 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 psh. Move, move, move. Mother F. Mother F. Okay, well. All right, well, hey, I guess that ain't gonna work. Guys, it was just an idea. Suck. Tex! Did you have to do it that way? Today, we are going to go ahead and make that move to get Tex over into our bull pen pasture. And in that process, it might be possible to get Chucky moved over in with our ladies to become the official Uncle Chucky. Hey folks, Lester here, and I want to thank you guys for joining me on a video here at the JL Ranch, where we're finding ourselves showing up this afternoon to a very distraught Tex. Now, Tex is our herd bull, and you guys know he's been with us for a while. He is our pride and joy. But what I've noticed lately is every afternoon he walks up and he starts screaming over at our young bulls up in the bullpen, and they scream right back at him. And so what I've seen Tex is doing a lot lately is running his horns along my fence over here close to my gate, and he's really stretching out all of my wire. Let me get a little bit closer and show you. If I'm not careful, he's going to end up breaking through. And my worry is that he's going to break through. I'm not going to be here to watch him, or it's going to be overnight or something. And I just don't want to have any bulls out and about. I don't know what has him so frustrated lately. I don't think, you can kind of see, it's hard to see though, but you can see how stretched out all these three bottom strands for sure. That's just by him taking his horns and pushing the wire around. And we already talked about this being very cheap wire anyway. If I would have known how cheap it was, I would have never bought it. And when I say cheap, I don't mean price-wise, I mean quality-wise. But that's besides the point. Listen, so what I'm going to probably do, I'm thinking, is go ahead and make that early transition. Go ahead and bring Tex off of the back pasture with all of his lady friends, and go ahead and move him up front into our bullpen. We don't have any females that are in heat. If we did, Tex would be over there and not trying to pick on and pester the bulls up front. Now, it is possible that there might be cows in heat across the way over in the neighbor's pasture, which could also frustrate Tex. Here he comes now. But the thing is, I would have thought that if there were cows in heat across the way, he'd be down that fence line hollering at them, not over here hollering at me. So you can see he's walking around with a lot of frustration, not exactly sure why. I wish I could read him better. I wish I knew his thoughts and what he was going through. But while I have him here, I'm going to go ahead and let him out front. Give me a couple of minutes to grab a few things that I need and get a few things set up, and then we'll go ahead and try to make that transition. Friends, I would have thought that if the neighbor's cows were in fact in heat, then they would be over here along this fence line, but they're not. I would also have thought that if they were in heat, then Tex would be all up in our fencing trying to get over there to them. And we've talked earlier this week about the fact that we only have one fence line, really, with the shabby fencing of my neighbor. The only decent fence that goes down between our properties is my fence. And we already know that if cows can touch noses, then they'll get their way through, especially a bull like Tex. So the fact that my neighbor has literally put a barbed wire fence in front of my gate, and he's chained my gate up. I would be terrified that if Tex does somehow get over, the only way to get him back is gonna have to be taking fence down, and we do not want that. Which that adds one more layer to why I think I may go ahead and try to move Tex up front into our bullpen. I mean, why have him out back with our females if they've all been bred, and all he's doing is just kind of. We might go ahead and just make that transition now. Now, there's no guarantees that any of that's going to work, but I do have a feed buggy room, you might say, set up over here. And so what I'm going to do is open up this gate just enough to hopefully allow Tex to run inside, and then I'll close him in to this section. Once he's in to this section, then I will go down or go around and open the gate for him to come all the way through. You see what I'm trying to do here? All right, let's go let Tex out and see if in fact he will come all the way up with the bulls in the bullpen. Tex, we're gonna open the gate up and let you go on up. He's sitting here tearing my fences up. And guys, if he wants to be up in the front so darn bad, there's not really a reason not to let him be. None of our cows. Okay, settle down. Settle down. I'm gonna let you out. Okay, come on. If you want to go up there so bad, here's your chance. You have a wide open gate. If you want to go up to the bullpen so bad, here, who's touching me in the back? Do you know how scared that made me? You scared me. Tex, if you want to go up front, now's your chance, bud. The fellows would love to see you up front. See, that's the whole thing right there. That's what you guys don't understand. They sometimes are all talk and no action. How many of you all know somebody who's like that? All talk and no action. Not you, right, Roman? You're all action because you're wonderful. Tex, this is your chance to go on over. If you don't hurry, I'm going to have to close the gate back because Jolene's walking this way. So is Ruby Sue. See, Tex is standing there acting and talking a big game. Do you mind? I'm making a cow video. It can't be about horses all the time, okay? Remember, I'm Longhorn Lester, okay? Oh, don't get your feelings hurt. Don't get your feelings hurt. Tex, come on. If you want to go, now's your chance. Guys, this is what I was talking about, see? He's sitting here tearing my fences up. Girl, settle down. Trying to show out for everybody. And in reality, he doesn't want to go up front. Get on back. Come on, bud. Come on, Tex. Come on. Come on. Come on. Jolene, not you. You want to go or not, bud? Come on. All right, let's just see what he wants to do. We're not going to force him. Let's just allow him to walk his way up and see if he goes in. But what I can't do, no, Jolene, what I cannot do is allow him to keep tearing my fences up. Look what he's doing over here. He is coming up along this stretch of fence right here and screaming and hollering and yelling and using his horns to just stretch out my wire. And I patch it and he does it again. And I patch it and he does it again. And I patch it and he does it again. I'll be back to love on you all in a few minutes. We're going to see if we can get Tex to walk around towards the feed buggy part of the area. If I can, that would be wonderful. Baby, are you going to help Daddy? All right, we're going to start walking Tex over that direction. Now remember, we don't suspect there'll be any fighting, because there's no females. If there's no females, there shouldn't be any fighting. They usually only fight over girls. And up front, there's no girls. All right, we're gonna go real slow here and let him make his way in. And we're not gonna force him. He'll make that right turn right there. Okay, so he's in there now. All right, let me walk on over and close that gate. Waylon's gonna come up and try to make sure that Tex knows who's in charge here in our bullpen area. And I'll let them get a little bit of chance to smell each other through the fence before I go open that gate. All right, that was actually very easy. Now, I suspect that it's going to also be just as easy to move Chucky to the back. But we're not going to do that right this minute. Let these two over here get reacquainted. And then we'll probably give them a day or so to kind of hang out with each other. Now, what I actually might can do is just pull this panel right here back out of the way. Hey, bud. So this is that one panel right here that Waylon has been messing a lot with. I do not want to have them fighting through the fence. So first chance I get, I'll walk in there and open that gate up and Tex can go on out with everybody else. I don't really know how I'm going to do that though. So it might be easier just to move this panel here out of the way. And I'll tell you what Tex needs is some of that permethrin. He needs that stuff all down his back. All right, once Tex makes the next circle around, I'll get in there and open up this panel. No. No, sir. That's what we don't want right there. He knows, Tex is smart enough to know that this is the weak spot right over here. That this is the weak spot. Move, Waylon. Move. Mother F. Okay, well. All right, well, hey, I guess that ain't gonna work. Guys, it was just an idea. I just want to remind you all that you're not going to make a bull that size do anything that he doesn't want to do. Oh, hush it up, Lord Grayson and Prince Willie Joe. Okay. So now we're just going to simply walk back and let Tex rejoin his lady friends out back. He's come up. He's proven his point. I think that he realized real fast how boring the club was without the ladies. And that is why they have what they call ladies' night, where ladies get in free, knowing that if you have ladies in the club, you're gonna have men. All right? Men gotta pay $10 to get in. They have a cover charge. Ladies get in for free. And that's exactly what we witnessed right there. Tex gets up front, realizes, uh-oh, there's no girls back here. If you hold on, I'll open that gate for you. I'm gonna open this gate for you, okay? Come on, look, come on. Tex, look. Hold on, guys. Tex, look. Tex. Sook, 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 sook. Not my power pole. Guys, where's Tex going? He'll be back. He'll be back, right? He'll be back. We're all taking bets that Tex will come back. No, Jolene, you're not going out of here. No, ma'am. Spanky stick, spanky stick, spanky stick, shoo. Spanky stick, spanky stick, spanky stick, shoo. All right, here comes Tex. He's coming back. Jolene, you're not coming out. Come on, Tex. Jolene, you're not coming out of there. No, you're not, sweetie. You're not going to come out, okay? Tex is going to come back. Tex, why aren't you in the barn? Okay, that's okay. I can do this. I can do this. I have gates in the barn. Don't push that gate open, Tex. Tex, don't do it. I'll let you out, sir. I can open a gate and let you out. Sook, 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 sook. Tex! Did you have to do it that way? You didn't hear me say I'm going to open the gate for you and let you out? Tex, did you have to destroy my gate? That was a good gate. That was a good gate. Guys, that was a perfectly good gate. And now it's not. Stop doing your head like that. I should have had, if I would have had that, if I would have been a little bit faster on that entire feed buggy area, all of this could have been avoided. But I did not have that feed buggy room ready. So the problem now is I have no gate to protect my hay. And so I'm gonna have to shoo him out of here. And then he's taken my hinges and knocked the hinges. He knocked the hinges right out the gate, right out the wall. He knocked the hinges right out of the wall. And now I find myself having to do an extra job. I'm not gonna be mean to him. No, sir, you're not gonna come back in here. I'm not gonna be mean to him and try to challenge him necessarily. There's no need in all that. He's still trying to save face. He's trying to save face in front of all of his ladies. He feels like Dad tried to trick him. And in fact, I did. But all is good. He's fine. You know, if you would have just waited for 30 seconds, I would have come open the gate for you. I would have opened the gate. And you didn't have to tear that one all up. So what I'm going to have to do now is take those hinges and drive them back into the spot they were and try to rehang this gate. All the while he's in a bad mood and he's trying to be mean to me. All right, you're not going to come back in here though. Now actually what I'm noticing here is there's actually hinges hanging from an old gate over here. I could turn that gate around and hang it on these hinges. It would close that end over there, would be the latching end. I might could do that. That might be easier. If you walk away, I can get to work. You're gonna have to walk away to let me work though. He's really in a lousy mood. So Don't worry, I got my head on a swivel, friends. I got my head on a swivel. I'm watching for him. I'm just gonna fill up the waters while I'm here. Gonna fill up the waters while I'm here. All right, I'm gonna stop the camera just for a second while I need 2 hands to fill up this water. Don't go back in that barn with that hay.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.